Greetings, fellow readers, writers, gamers, and D&D fans alike. I am Tolkien. You know me from the series of high fantasy books I wrote. You know the one where the elves fucked around and found out that is universally loved by readers and non-readers alike because of the amazing adaptations by Peter Jackson. I mean, have you seen what he managed to do with a bunch of blokes walking in a 20-second clip? Absolute fucking mad lad. And I'm aware that there is another recent adaptation by a major company. However, I won't acknowledge it, ever. But what I want to discuss today is the major influx of new fans to my works from the Souls genre. A series inspired by the Japanese Berserk manga series in the vein of gritty dark fantasy. And quite recently, the latest game of its kind, Elden Ring, written by J.R.R Martin, which is fantastic, mind you, but I really got to point out something. Yeah, real fucking original, George. Just remove the elves and add in the incest. They won't suspect a thing. But back to the point at hand. I have received a request from a fan of my works and the game that is writing a fanfiction titled The Godless Age. That is highly inspired by George's works. I can tell by the unhealthy amount of sex he wrote in it. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. It's nice to know a fellow man of culture. His request was rather simple. Of the 3 love interests for the character of Rags, which is the best? Now, if you haven't read the story so far, you probably don't know what he's on about. But to give you a short TLDR, this is the character of Rags. And within the story, he has not 1, not 2, but 3 different types of women that wants his ass. And these aren't simple women, mind you. One is probably the most powerful witch alive, one is an actual dragon in human form, and one is literally a goddess. So yes, this man has good game, really good game. Now the question that plagues all fiction when it comes to pairings, which is the best? Well, let us learn together, my fellow men of culture, and take a look at our choices, shall we? First off, we have Queen Marika, the Eternal, and boy, she has made quite the impact on Rule 34, if you know what I mean. But yes, Queen Marika. The canon choice for Rags based on the story the author has told me of. And honestly, she has some great things going for her. A pair of them, in fact. She's the queen of the greatest kingdom in the story, probably the most powerful of the 3 women eventually, and owns a bakery that's really well-rounded. But underneath all that is probably the worst catch yet. That being, she's a bit of a fucking lunatic that destroys the world because she misses Rags' cock too much. And that's not even the biggest problem. We have her doing child abandonment, forcing a divorce, and fucking herself. Like, there are better women to try and tap. Not that I'm judging, any man would definitely want to rail her despite the red flags. Even herself, you know. But yes, if you are into MILFs, she's probably the best one for Rags. And next we have an up-and-coming favorite, Rena the Glome. And oh boy, she has awakened a lot of things in people, especially with her blue hair. An entire generation of goth, simping young men for Lunar Princess Rani was born because of her. The original Snow Witch. Now Rena is my personal favorite of the 3 because she is what I call a Viskanonleigen. Just like she allowed for that Mordor game, eh? Anyway, Rena is amazing, both literally and figuratively, and she has to be the baddest bitch of the bunch. Because oh boy, when she saw her opening to tap that hunk of a man, she took it faster than Radagon leaving Rennala, making her the only person in the lore to cuck Marika, before she even knew about it. What an absolute bandit. Of course, it eventually led to the biggest bitch fight in history. But as you younger ones like to say it, totally worth it. And finally, we have Cirrus X, the 3rd love interest and an original character that the author created. And guess what? She's already a MILF when Rags will first meet her. That lucky dog. Anyway, if you don't already know what I said earlier, she is actually a dragon that takes human form, which is possible in terms of the Souls lore. Now I know what some of you are thinking, especially if you happen to create dragon-slaying characters with lame names such as Joseph the Dumb Fuck. Hold up, that's a dragon, don't stick your dick in there. However, when it comes to Cirrus X, the phrase, if it has a hole, is fuckable, greatly applies. And honestly, we need a new Daenerys Targaryen type character to fill in the void that D&D really ripped from us, those arse swipes. Now if only George can finish his book so we can get on with it and wipe that shit out of our memories. Anyway, if you think Cirrus X is hot, wait till you see her grown-up daughter. Damn, son, my heart can only take so much. Now that we have those options listed out, the question remains, which one? Honestly, while I am biased toward Rena for obvious reasons, there is no right answer, and not many know this, but a fourth option exists. And that is literally pairing Rags with just endless pain and suffering, just like his original and inspirational counterpart from the Berserk manga. Know that whatever you choose for him is valid, because ultimately he manages to fuck all three of them more than once, the mad lad. But that is all of the time I have for you all and the author. I must get back to making sure the next Mordor game has a main character possessed by Celebrimbor, the noble creator of the 3 elven rings, which will enable him to do sick backflips and teleport and ride dragons and stuff. But the next time we meet, we should discuss the other main character of the Godless Age, Lorden, who is much more impressive on the love interest front, because the author gave him 10 potential ones, that lucky fucker. At any rate, it's been a pleasure, my fellow men of culture. And as usual, give the lad a like and subscribe if you can, and donating a coffee would be nice too. But most importantly, make a comment on the Amazon series trailer with the same quote in a foreign language, as I usually do every hour of the day. With that, I bid you farewell. This is Tolkien signing off.
Greetings, Brave Tarnished. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with others if you have found it enjoyable. And consider donating this creator a coffee so that you may ease his burdens. And if you are interested, read The Godless Age free today, an Elden Ring fan fiction in progress, to follow Lorden's journey to become Elden Lord and mend the world. Everything is in the links in the description below. And always remember, you are never maidenless because you have me by your side. Farewell, old friends.